The envelope trembled in Marcus's hands as he read the eviction notice for the third time. 30 days. That's all he had left before his daughter Zoe would lose the only home she'd ever known. Daddy, why are you crying? 6-year-old Zoe stood in the doorway, clutching her worn teddy bear, her big brown eyes filled with concern that no child should have to carry. Marcus quickly wiped his face and forced a smile. Just got something in my eye, princess. Go back to bed, okay? 3 weeks earlier, Marcus had been Employee of the Month at Davidson Tech Solutions. The plaque still hung on their apartment wall, a cruel reminder of better days. He'd worked double shifts, sacrificed weekends, and poured everything into his job while raising Zoe alone after her mother walked out when she was just 2 years old. But when Zoe's school called saying she was sick and needed to be picked up, Marcus had left work immediately, just like he'd done twice that month already. His supervisor had been waiting when he returned. We need people we can count on, Marcus. This isn't working out. Now, as midnight approached on a cold November night, Marcus sat at his kitchen table surrounded by job rejection letters. The savings account was empty. The cupboards were nearly bare. He'd sold everything valuable they owned, but it wasn't enough. Tomorrow, he'd have to tell his daughter they might be moving to a shelter. A sharp knock at the door startled him. Marcus checked his watch, 11:58. His heart raced as he approached the door cautiously. Through the peephole, he saw a face he never expected to see again. Robert Davidson, CEO of Davidson Tech Solutions, stood in the hallway holding a briefcase. Marcus opened the door, confused and wary. Mr. Davidson? What are you doing here? The older man's expression was solemn. May I come in? I know it's late, but this couldn't wait. Marcus stepped aside, acutely aware of the shabby state of his apartment. Davidson sat at the same table where the eviction notice lay visible, though he didn't acknowledge it. I've been doing some investigating since you left, Davidson began. Your supervisor told me you were unreliable, frequently absent. But when I looked at your actual records, I saw something different. 7 years of perfect attendance until this year. Performance reviews that praised your dedication. And then I made some calls. Marcus's throat tightened. I spoke to Zoe's school principal. She told me about a single father who volunteers at every school event despite working 60-hour weeks. Who sits in the parking lot during his lunch breaks helping his daughter with homework over video calls. Who donated his own money to help other kids afford field trips. Davidson's voice cracked slightly. I also learned that the days you left work, Zoe had asthma attacks, real emergencies. Tears streamed down Marcus's face now, unchecked. Davidson opened his briefcase and pulled out an envelope. I'm not here to offer you your old job back, Marcus. That position was beneath someone of your character and capability. I'm offering you a new role as our community outreach director. Better pay, flexible hours, and full benefits, including excellent health coverage for Zoe. You'll help us build programs supporting working parents, because clearly, we failed at that. Marcus couldn't speak, could only stare at the contract before him. I built this company on family values, but forgot to actually live them. Davidson continued, his own eyes glistening. My grandson has asthma too. His father, my son, is able to be there for him because I made sure our family business supported that. Every employee deserves the same consideration. You helped me remember what matters. I don't understand, Marcus whispered. Why do this for me? Davidson smiled sadly. Because 30 years ago, I was you. A single father, fired for choosing my sick son over a deadline. A stranger gave me a second chance, and I promised I'd pay it forward. I almost forgot that promise until your story reminded me. The next morning, Zoe woke to find her father cooking pancakes, actually smiling for the first time in weeks. When she asked what changed, Marcus knelt down to her level. I learned something important. Princess, sometimes when you do the right thing, even when it costs you everything, the universe finds a way to catch you. And more importantly, I learned I never have to choose between being a good employee and being your dad. The right people will understand that you always come first. 6 months later, Davidson Tech Solutions launched the Marcus Williams Family First initiative, offering flexible scheduling, emergency childcare, and protected leave for all parents. Marcus's midnight visitor hadn't just saved his family. He'd started a movement that would help thousands of others who shouldn't have to choose between their children and their livelihood.